Welcome back. So let's start the lesson once again, like always, with practicing strumming and practicing changing between some chords that we've already covered. So let's start off with by playing A. We'll do 2 bars of A, then we'll do 2 bars of A. And let's start off as always with some basic down strumming. But this time we're going to speed up just a little bit, because I'm sure you're tired of doing it at the same speed. So we're just going to kick that up just a notch. So we're going to be going just a little bit faster than before. That way you can practice getting this up to speed a bit more, and it will provide you beginners with a bit more of a challenge. Get set up, get your A major chord ready, make sure that you're not pressing too hard, you're pressing hard enough so that you can hear the strings but not harder than you have to. Use your fingertips, make sure your thumb's behind the neck as always, and on the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to A, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead, look at that a few times. Let's do another one now. Let's do 2 bars of E and A again, but this time we'll use the rock blues one, the one that goes. Remember that one? Alright, so I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change to E. Back to A. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So go and look at that a few times. So let's now do the arpeggiated one. Remember that one? Starting on the root note and then working your way down to the finished string and back up again. And again we'll do 2 bars of each chord, and so remember it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so get your A chord ready on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To E. Back to A. That one a few times, and let's end off with one more. Let's do the more reggae one. This time we'll use A for 2 bars, then we'll move to D for 2 bars and repeat. So let's do the reggae one. Remember that's the one that goes. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now you don't have to do the. You can just do this if you want. If you're comfortable doing that, then go ahead and do it. But if you're not comfortable with doing the hand mute technique, just do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. One, Okay, so let's move on to some new content for today. Now we can already play A major, D major and E major. Now let's combine the three chords together into one chord progression. So instead of just doing A, D or E and A, we're going to put those three chords together into one chord progression. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 bars of A, then we'll be doing 2 bars of D, then 2 bars of E, and then 2 bars of A. And just for the sake of practice, we're just going to be doing all downstrokes again. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So there'll be 8 down strums for every chord that we play. 1, 2, 3, 4, then change the next chord. Now just remember one thing, that when you go back to the A chord, just remember that because we'll be repeating this chord progression more than once, we'll actually be playing the A chord for 4 bars instead of 2. This is because the last 2 bars of the chord progression will be 2 bars of A, but then we'll be going back to the beginning, which will also be 2 bars of A. So if you add that up, that will mean 4 bars of A. Be very careful not to accidentally just play 2 bars of A, then move to D, and you still got another 2 bars of A to complete. Make sure that when you go back to A, you remember that there's 4 bars of A you have to play until we get to the last time that we play A, which will just be the 2. And I'll tell you when that is. But just make sure that you're mentally counting how many bars you're playing in your head throughout the progression, and pay most attention to how many bars of A you play, because you don't want to make the mistake of playing at D too early. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so 2 bars of A, then 2 bars of D, 2 bars of E, then 2 bars of A, then repeat, and all downstrokes. So, and then we're going to do a moderately slow tempo for this. So we'll just be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Chord progression under your belt. Okay, this time we're going to do the same progression, well, near enough, but we're going to do it in reverse this time. So instead of doing A followed by D followed by E back to A, we're going to change it the other way around. Essentially, we're going to start with A, then we're going to go to E for 2 bars, then we'll go to D, back to A again. So it's the same number of bars, and again, just like the last time, there'll be 2 bars of A at the end, then it'll be followed by another 2 bars of A at the start of the progression, so it'll be 4. The only difference this time is that instead of going from D to E, we'll be going from E to D and back to A again. And again, we'll do all downstrokes. So we don't need to worry about your right hand just now. We're focusing more on making sure we're getting these changes down in the left hand. Because you want to get comfortable with changing these chords. Once you're comfortable with these chord changes, you'll be able to play a lot of songs and you'll be able to play it very fluid. Okay, so on the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change to E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To E. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now D. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and look that. Okay, so we'll do one more progression. We're just going to do the same as the first one, but we're going to do it 1 bar for each chord change instead of 2. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then change to the next chord, we're just going to do 1 bar. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4. This should challenge you a little bit more because you'll have less time to think about the chord change, about where the fingers should go for the next chord. But this is to basically force you into thinking faster about the change and to think about it in advance and to make sure that you can change at a quicker rate. So give it a shot. Don't worry if you don't get it straight away. This will take a little bit of time, but give it a shot and you will get it. Start on A and just remember 1 bar each for each chord, from A to D to E, back to A, then repeat, and all down strumming. So get your A chord ready, and on the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Change to D. Now change to E. Back to A. Repeat that. Okay, so now you can play A, D and E in different orders, and you can play it with the right hand and you can get the changes more fluently played now. You should do by now. Now take a look at the list of songs below. There's so many songs that you could play with just these 3 chords, and I'm sure at least a couple in there will be songs that you've always wanted to play, some of your favourite ones, and even on a festive occasion. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the viewers. Happy birthday to you. Or if you're into more of a Beatles kind of mood, you might want to do Twist and Shout. Don't shake your baby down, shake your baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, work it out. Let me know that you're mine. want to do a little Van Morrison. I mentioned this before, Gloria. Might be more into a sort of reggae kind of sound. No one does the reggae better than Bob Marley. So now take a look at the list of songs below, choose a couple that you like, a few more new ones that you want to listen to, and then learn and practice. Work on these exercises that we've covered so far. Take care, have fun playing guitar, and I'll see you in the next lesson.